Hello, everybody. My name is Kashi, and today we're going to be playing the game called Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the Trilogy. Now, this game was given to me by the Boo, so first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate everyone who's reached out to me to suggest games for me to play. I may not always be able to get to those games right away, and some of them I may not play just because of genre. I do look over what people send to me for suggestions, so please don't feel like I am ignoring you if I don't get back to you or if you don't see me play it right away. For the past few games, it probably feels like I've been picking games at random, which, to be honest, I kind of did. Before I went on vacation to Japan, I actually did select a few games at random that were in the horror theme because it was so close to Halloween. And then when I got back, I played Helltaker because I had started that before I left, but wasn't able to finish it. I had no other games started and figured, you know what? I've only ever seen somebody play at least, I want to say the first 15 minutes of this game, and that was a while ago. Personally, I like playing games that I don't know a lot about just because I feel like it's refreshing and I feel like then when I play it and I record it, it's more genuine. Also, if you guys hear a bird in the background, Newa the Nervous, who again, you guys will meet once I start playing Pokemon Yellow. She has a bird, and it is a cockatiel, and it will scream. I will do my very best to cut it out, but I am only one salty healer, so please give me a bit of grace. Okay, let's see. We just have to press play this game and our journey shall begin. We are no longer the saltiest healer, but we are the saltiest ace attorney. So, let us begin. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Well, considering we haven't played it, yes. What is that? It looks like a marble. Oh, or not. Well, that's definitely a dead body. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Well, we're off to a bad start because if you know me, you know that I'm not usually awake until at least 12 or 1. So, good luck for whoever I'm defending. Boy, am I nervous. You and I both, buddy. Right. Hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Well, I'm a bit of an overachiever. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Um, thanks? Was that a compliment? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Buddy, same here, but you don't hear me screaming about it. Jeez. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Same here, buddy, but you don't hear me screaming about it. It sounds like he wants to die. Me and him both. What? Um, yeah. Nick. Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. Buddy, are you okay? Sh- should we call medical? Is there somebody I can call? Do you have emergency contact? What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. God, he sounds like one of those people who freaked out when Miku was temporarily offline. Kitty, can you not step on my new keyboard? You broke the last one. Say hi to everybody, Kitty. So yeah, funny story. While I was playing Helltaker, my beautiful kitty cat over here decided that she must stand on my keyboard. And this keyboard was already being held together by tape, tears, and spite. Now, this keyboard was probably about 6 years old. And she decided that she was going to jump on it full force and break it. So I got a new keyboard. And it's not the greatest, but I'm going to be saving up for a nicer one. So this one is being held together by cheap Chinese glue and my tears. So Kitty, please do everyone a favor and not jump on that. Who who took her away from me? Nick, who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Hmm. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. But I can't tell them that. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. I feel like your whole entire school is bullying him. Maybe that shouldn't be something you remember. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. Wow, way to be a douchey best friend. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready too, Your Honor. Yeah, fuck you. Um, Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Sorry, guys, my throat's a little messed up because of the season change. So if the characters' voices are a little wonky, my bad. Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. I've already had to use deodorant 3 times today. Your conduct during this trial will determine the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Uh, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Ugh, hands shaking. eyesight fading. Something mom spaghetti. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. All right, everybody, this is going to be our whole career here. I want to know what would happen, though, if I pressed my own name, but at the same time, we're going to be smarticles. Larry Butts, the defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wait, oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who's the victim in this case? Cindy. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... Oh, I don't even have to look at the report for that. Yeah, I was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. Hell yeah, 3 for 3, everybody. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you? Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Okay, got it. Thank you. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyways? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it. Lies. I don't believe a word of it. But maybe you should just shut the fuck up.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Hey everybody, my name is Kashi, The-Saltiest-Healer. I too would like a sugar daddy. I mean, what? Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. I may or may not have been one of them. I mean, what? She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Yeah, we're gonna just say no to that. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? Butts, shut the fuck up. That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. I feel like the judge is just a grandpa who is done with all of his grandchildren's shit. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Maybe we should get some duct tape and tape his mouth shut.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Uh,
Well, did you or did you not?
huh? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh, oh, he went. What do I do? Let's stop him from answering, maybe? I'll send him a signal. Oh, god damn it, he's probably too dumb to realize what the signal is. Why? Like, a dog. Oh, god damn it. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, then, we'll just have to remind you.
Oh, god damn it. I got a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
I imagine all the heads just being like, rabble, rabble, rabble. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad. God damn it, I should have had him answer honestly.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
I see what you did there.
You sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers. Yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please stop dancing, though. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
Okay, I am like moving my shoulders along with him, and this is not very comfortable.
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment.
You thought it was strange because he was in a hurry. If I saw someone leaving an apartment in a hurry, I don't know. I feel like my first reaction would be like, hey, you left your door open, or to shut it myself. I would not look inside because people leave their apartments in a hurry all the time. There's a number of reasons why someone could be rushing out of an apartment building. 1, you're late for work. 2, you're late for a doctor's appointment. 3, your drug dealer is waiting outside of Walmart and they said 3 o'clock, not 3:05, not 3:30, 3 o'clock, or go somewhere else. I mean, what?
Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
You didn't have a cell phone?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I mean, we did tell him to lie like a dog. Just saying. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. I love the fact that we told him to lie, and at the same time, we're just like, Larry, what the fuck? Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right. And this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Alright, that seems... Uh-huh. Okay. Time of death. Okay, so you couldn't have done that. Present. You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. You smug faced little weasel. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. But psst. How do you explain this 3 hour gap?
Oh, that. Oh, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawet, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
I, well, I. Gee, that's really a good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot.
Thank you, Mia.
And that's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Hell yeah. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of taped programming. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross examine the witness. Bullshit! If there was a blackout, there would be no TV. Right? You know what to do. I've got this. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Objection. And there. You smug faced little weasel. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or video.
Ah,
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawet?
no, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawet, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawet. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Okay, so we already know that he killed her because they showed us in the beginning. So this game is obviously us trying to prove that our person is innocent, obviously. Even I am smart enough to know that. However, my theory is that he is one of the quote unquote sugar daddies. But this sugar daddy probably doesn't have a lot of sugar, aka money. She was probably going to either dump him or probably didn't want his advances whatsoever. She refused, and in retaliation, he hit her with a blunt object to stop her from leaving. I don't know, that's just my theory. Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? I also find myself smiling as wide as he is. And first of all, his back must be hurting, and his face must be hurting, because mine does. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I saw it. There was a table clock, wasn't there? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes, I do. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment? Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because I'm going to say he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice is burned into your mind. That's why you are so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would
the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I saw.
Oh, well, that happened.
Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death.
More rabble. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's...
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
Oh, I get it. I'm really dumb. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Eh,
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing? Oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. Oh, God damn it, did we lose? Felt so confident. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Mia, Chief? Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right, right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? The only thing I can think of would be if someone fucked around with it. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Okay, depending on where we were, time obviously moves differently. So if she got it in Paris and it was still set to Paris's time, it could be slow because of that. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Suck it. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? But Uh, sir, are you okay? Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He, er, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor. I used the power of salt.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
Not guilty.
fuck yeah. The confetti's a nice touch. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Hell yeah.
It turns out that Frank Solvit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. Okay, so he wasn't a sugar daddy. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Solvit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Solvit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Me neither, buddy. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. God damn it, Larry. What's wrong? Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Care to explain that, buddy? Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a hoe. I mean, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Where's my dinner and movie date? Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. There's only a little bit of blood left on it. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I mean, the only thing I can think of is that she kept the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully, you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him?
Yeah. Part, at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. All right, everybody. So this episode is getting a little bit long. I'm going to call it here. So far, we have worked one case, didn't get paid for it, but hey, we got paid in experience and exposure, which means absolutely nothing in this world. Remember, everybody, if someone's trying to pay you in exposure and experience, that's usually bullshit. Don't do anything for free. All right, everybody. So, as always, keep it salty, keep it real, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.